Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am home from work and it is time to prep dinner. So for tonight I'm doing like a turkey, sausage, and veggie sheet pan meal. I love sheet pan dinners, especially like on work nights, because you just throw it all on a pan and then put it in the oven for like 30 minutes and then you have dinner. So very easy to put together. The best thing about sheet pan meals is you can basically kind of create your own. So like I said with mine tonight, I'm using some of these like turkey sausages. Honestly, this was like the only meat I could find at the store right now the other day, but luckily we eat these a lot, so picked up some of those. And then for my veggies, I'm gonna do some mushrooms, cut up some of those. I've got some little peppers, some sweet peppers that I'm gonna use some of those. I have a onion that's coming apart and some broccoli that I'm gonna use and some red potato. So those will be all of my veggies that I'm going to put on the sheet pan. So I'm going to go ahead and prep all of my veggies, cut everything up and wash it, and then I'll cut up, I like to cut up the sausages. You don't necessarily have to cut them up, but I like to cut them in little pieces and throw them on the sheet pan, and I'll show you what that looks like. For my seasonings though, I'm honestly just going to use some olive oil and some garlic powder and some salt and pepper. So that is all I'm using, but you can use whatever kind of herbs or seasonings that you wanted to with this, but that's just what I'm going to do because I like to dip my sausages in spicy mustard so it gets some flavor from that. We also can't have little turkey sausages without sauerkraut. So also gonna have some sauerkraut on the side with that. And I like to heat my sauerkraut in a little skillet with some olive oil. I think it tastes better that way. You can just eat it straight out of here, but we kind of like it mixed with some olive oil in a pan heated up. So that I will cook separate. Obviously I'm not going to put this on the sheet pan, but I have my oven preheating at 400, and so now I'm just going to prep all my veggies, throw it all on there, put it in the oven, and wait for it to cook. So I'll show you all what it looks like when I'm prepping it. Okay, so I prepped all of my veggies. I've got some broccoli, onions, a big red potato, and some sweet baby peppers and mushrooms. So a lot of veggies on here. Look at all those pretty colors. I know I've mentioned before, but you definitely want to get a variety of different colors of vegetables in your diet. I know we can get stuck on eating some of our favorites all the time, but you truly want to make sure you're getting a bunch of different colors because they all offer different nutrients for our bodies. So different ones have different vitamins and minerals that are healthy for us. So definitely a lot of color going on with this meal, which is awesome. So I have my veggies chopped up, and then now I'm going to chop up my sausages. Like I said, I like to cut them in smaller pieces, so I'll show you all what that looks like when I'm done with that. So I added my sausages, and like I said, I cut them in like smaller little pieces. That's just how I like to cook them. But now I'm just going to take some olive oil and just drizzle it all over. I honestly mixed it up with my hands. You could use tongs or whatever. And then on top of everything, I'm going to sprinkle some garlic powder and just some salt and pepper. But again, you could use whatever kind of seasonings you want to, but I like to add the olive oil because anytime I'm roasting veggies, I've also mentioned this before, don't be afraid of the fat because all those colors that I just talked about, you're going to want to coat that kind of vitamin-rich food in some fat to make sure that you're getting as much of the nutrients out of it as you can. And also, veggies just taste way better with some added fat. So adding some olive oil on there, salt, pepper, and garlic, and then we will throw it in the oven. So I just poured the olive oil, garlic, salt and pepper, mixed it all up with my hands. And also forgot to mention, this would be a good option for meal prep as well. So if you're someone who preps your lunches for the work week, this is perfect because it literally cooks all on one sheet and it makes a lot. So you could split it into different containers and take it for your lunch. Because it's a good balance of, you've got the carbs coming from the red potatoes, you've got a lot of veggies with the broccoli, mushrooms, peppers, and onions, and then you're getting some protein from the turkey sausage. So a really good balanced lunch option. So I have my oven preheated at 400, so now I'm just going to throw it in and cook it for 15 minutes, and then I'll flip everything, or take a spoon and try to like mix it up, and then cook it for an additional 15 minutes. My timer just went off, so this is cooked for 15 minutes. So I'm just going to take some tongs and just stir everything around, and then cook it for an additional 15 minutes. So while my sheet pan dinner finishes cooking, I'm going to go ahead and prepare the sauerkraut. Like I said, I like to fix it in a pan with some olive oil and just kind of heat it up a little bit. You don't have to heat it, you can eat it straight from the jar, but that's what we like to do with it. Sauerkraut is a good source of some probiotics, so for you out there who need some more probiotics in your diet, any kind of fermented food, so sauerkraut, I drink like kombucha a lot, anything like that is going to have those probiotics. We do have good bacteria and bad bacteria in our gastrointestinal tract, so anytime that you can get more of those good bacterias back in there is always good for digestion or bowel regularity, anything like that. So that is why I try to incorporate some probiotics in my diet here and there. You can also take a supplement, of course, but if you're trying to get it from food, adding a little bit of sauerkraut can help with that. So I'll show you all what it looks like when I cook that. Got my sauerkraut on the plates, and the sausage and veggies are done, so just gonna go ahead and throw those on the plate as well. And then I like to eat my sausages with some mustard. We have a couple different kinds. We've got a spicy brown and then this whole grain Dijon mustard, but I just like the taste of mustard with the sausages. So here is dinner. It is smelling good and looking good. Lots of veggies, the turkey, sausage, and the sauerkraut, and mustard, my favorite. I could seriously eat mustard on everything, but this was a super easy, fast sheet pan dinner. So I hope you all enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I normally do grocery hauls and some recipe videos here and there. I've been doing some what I eat in a day videos, and as always I will put the recipe below in the description box if you all want to make this at home. It's very simple. You can find sheet pan recipes anywhere, and it's just one of my favorites. We just really like the turkey with the peppers and the onions and mushrooms. It just tastes so good with the sauerkraut too. So that is it for this video, so I will see you all in the next one. Bye!